Hi, I'm Steve Danz. I want to thank you for watching our first video of the new year. Hope you're doing well in California, and here to learn a little bit about, share some experiences about employment law and disability, age, sex, race, national origin discrimination. I was going to talk about one or two of those elements today, but I thought for the first video we would talk about something a little bit more universal, and that is your current position in the employment cycle. Employment has a cycle just like life has a cycle, and some folks are still employed where they're having problems. Some of you have left your employment. There are different considerations in both of those situations. So for today we're going to talk about Sally, who is still employed by a large California aerospace company, believes she's the victim of age discrimination, and then we'll talk about Mark, who left his employment about 11 months ago. Sally basically found that a lot of remarks were directed at her about grandma, and she would see ads for her job which called for young college graduate. Well, Sally was 56 years old, is 56, and she was getting very nervous. And she called us and said, what can I do? I'm still employed, but I feel like they're setting me up, and this is a very hostile environment. So we chatted with Sally, and we recommended that she write what we call a Sad Valley letter. And she showed it to us. She wrote a brilliant letter, and we're hopeful that it'll solve her problem. Basically telling the company how she loved the job, she was concerned about the environment of age harassment and discrimination, and she needed that to stop. And so that is a good way of not only complaining, but should Sally call us back and tell us that the Sad Valley letter led to retaliation, then she has another claim whether or not we are able to prove a clear age discrimination claim or not. Mark, on the other hand, read about the possibility of suing after he left his employment, and we were very thankful that Mark contacted us less than a year after he left the company. It turned out that Mark had physical disability accommodations that he needed, all from, of all things, a work comp injury when he fell off of a ladder at a very large construction company in the Central Valley of California. We're very active up in that area, as well as our home base of Los Angeles and the Bay Area. And Mark said, can I do anything? I've been out of work for 9 months now. We said, absolutely. Let us get you set up with the Department of Fair Employment and Housing, and we will file a claim, which we did, and that preserved his rights to sue for termination in violation of public policy, disability discrimination, and a bunch of other things like that. So that administrative exhaustion is critical within 1 year at the DFEH. You may have a labor code claim, in which case you'll have a longer period of time to file most claims at the dlse.gov. If it's a PAGA claim, you'll have a year to do that, and PAGA is a small uncertified class action where you basically have wage and hour violations that are not worthy of, so to speak, class action with all those formalities. So it's a little way to get expedited justice. We love PAGA claims, we love class action, we've done them both. So we advised Mark to go ahead and get his DFEH right to sue letter. He also advised his workman's comp attorney, which we will be happy to refer you to because we don't technically do workman's compensation, about it, and we found some remedies within the work comp law that helped support his termination in violation of public policy. Mark's issue was simply making sure that he got his DFEH claim filed within 1 year. A lot of times the practicality, whether it's worth it to you to proceed with the case, really depends on your damages and whether you were ready, willing, and able to work at all times. So that's another discussion we can have for another day. We hope you'll call 877-789-9707, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon. Best of luck.